Do we have any moon problems that need to be discussed? The subreddit, Jeff, was abuzz about Lizette.
Yeah, is Lizette here?
Yes.
Hello, Lizette.
Really?
Welcome back. Yeah, the show last weekend. It seems like a month ago. I didn't quite understand why the room turned on Lizette like that. It got funky.
I think they didn't like her. But that's not a cool reason to chant someone down. And I will immediately say because a lot of if you go through the subreddit online, a lot of the sentiment is why didn't Dan do something? He's the mayor. And I'll tell you why. I was bored with the topic of what was going on. I wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, but moreover, I was sort of how do you resolve something like this? There's this mob rule emerging, and I think what happened is it's L.A. and she said something that was technically not appropriate to. It's I absolutely everybody that sort of voiced a. Oh, that's not true. What you're saying isn't true. It's an outdated thing, and it's gone on too long. It's got too much momentum. And there was it you, ma'am? Sorry, I have Asperger's, but yeah, okay. You stood up and identified yourself, and you said, you spoke very eloquently as an individual would. You said, okay, so this is a stereotype that precedes, straight people constantly look at gay people and say, there's a dude and a girl within every gay relationship, and it's probably enough time has passed to put a, hold that the puppy of that misconception's face into its own urine, but that's what you're doing. It's shove. It doesn't. I mean, there was a kind of a thing happened last week. That I don't think has ever happened at Harmontown.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody got booed and chanted down.
It happened so suddenly too. It's like a switch was thrown, and all of a sudden Lizette was.
But what they were really chanting was "Let it go," because they wanted her to stop talking.
Right.
They weren't saying think differently. They were going "Let it go." Move on.
Lizette, what's your take on the whole thing? How do you feel it all went down?
It's so loud.
Let it go. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm joking. I'm sorry. Do you want to come up? Should we get her up and let her say a couple words? Or?
Yeah, let's have Lizette come up.
Have to talk about her in the third person.
This is a little keg of dynamite. Hello, Lizette. So what the thing that you were going to say was anecdotal things about how you whatever. Say what you were going to say.
Wait, which part?
Well, remember when the audience started going, "Boo! Let it go! Let it go! Stop talking! We hate you! Stop talking!"
I guess the only point I wanted to get across was, regardless of where you come from, nothing like that. It's funny about weddings because I actually did work at a wedding shop, and I saw some people are a little bit more about weddings as far as some people are just let one person do more work than the other, regardless of who it is, that kind of thing.
That's not a gender thing necessarily.
Yeah,
right? This is a personality type.
That was more of the ideal topic. That's what I wanted to say.
Right. Well, so I think we went over that. But how do you feel emotionally after that? Was that a weird experience for you?
This was the best week of my life, but not because of what happened here. Just other things that in my life was this has been a really great week for me. But I tend not to let things bother me at all. I'm not that kind of person.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I think people resented that a little bit. That's what I truly think. I want to say this. I think that, clearly, because I listen to the thing, and I listen to the podcast when I drive into work, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, oh, that's how that sounded.
I do feel, I have remorse. I feel bad if I did offend anyone. Obviously, yeah.
Everybody that talks into a microphone, can listen to it afterwards and go, oh, shit, I wish I could have taken, that Peter Parker, 45 minutes of, bullet time to think exactly about what to say. And we all embarrass ourselves, But I think that you... Okay.
Let it out. It's all good. Let it out.
Thank you, Lizette. Here's the thing that the whole thing that kind of avalanched in on me. That night, it was no time to talk about it at all. But what I wanted to say to the planet at that moment was... we have gone so far with like, it's okay to be black, it's okay to be gay, it's okay to be in a wheelchair, it's okay to have one arm, it's okay to have 3 arms, it's okay to have purple hair, it's okay to have 6 eyes, it's okay to have 1 eye. Like, we are trying as hard as we can to keep each other from keeping each other down.
It's okay to wear a notebook around your neck.
Yes.
Totally.
The only thing that we have, like, is there going to come a point where it's okay to be ignorant? Where it's okay to be shitty? Because if we don't make that bridge, we ain't got no hope, man. There's a word for groups of people who know it's okay to have 6 eyes. They're called 6-eyed people. They exist in a fucking ghetto of 6-eyed people. If they don't, like this movement that we have, that's like let's all realize that our sexual preference, our race, our height, our hair color, everything doesn't matter. We've gotten to the point where we are storming the Bastille. Like every time Bill Maher opens his mouth, all I hear is the fucking hammers cocking on the red states like shotguns. Like is there a way to reach out to these people and hug them? And like isn't there a way to make ourselves attractive to people that are bummed out, that are apprehensive about becoming part of the Borg cube? Are we just going to shout at everybody that isn't as open-minded as us? Is that what we're going to do? Yeah. Is that how we're going to achieve revolution? Are we just going to shout at people?
No, we shouldn't, man.
Right. So when you run into someone on the street and they go like, I think black people aren't as tall as white people, are you going to? What are you going to do to that guy? Are you going to hit him in the head with a brick?
I would give him a hug or something and be like, no.
Lizette would give him a hug.
No.
No, you wouldn't?
No, it would be more like, no.
No, black people are just as tall as white people. I just want to know.
You just compare black people to 6-eyed people and ignorant people. You put them in the same category of disability.
No, I didn't.
You did. You said it's okay to be black, it's okay to be gay, it's okay to be a mutant.
I don't.
You gave black people the right to be okay about being crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I do know one thing, that everything that we talk about, we're trying to move forward into a Roddenberry universe where there is no such thing as hierarchy. And the way we're trying to accomplish it is we're trying to use the tools that the old world used. We are trying to march on Washington. We are trying to show people that mob rule works. That those were the tools that they showed us are effective. That was the justification. Do you really think that we're going to enter a world where there's so many transgendered 16-year-olds that they finally get a vote in Congress? Or do you think the more objective, pragmatic goal should be for us to arrive at a point of consciousness where we stop judging people for who these things that have nothing to do with the streets getting cleaned and the economy being balanced? They have trapped us in this rat's maze. They tell us that I'm sure you'd love a handicap ramp at the YMCA. You go get 6 more cripples and talk to me later. It's bullshit. It's fucking horseshit. Capitalism is wrong because $1 ends up being worth more than some human being that you're stepping over. That's it.
A crowd, if a group full of people, intelligent people like this audience here, decide that they don't like what's going on stage, they have every right to go, boo, fuck that.
No, they don't. They don't. They have every right to do it, but I think they're assholes. That's bullying.
I'm used to that. I've been bullied my whole life. It's cool.
I think that a crowd that boos is taking part in something ugly.
People weren't linking arms and is it cool? Can we pillory her? Can we burn her at the stake? Like it wasn't that. People were going fucking
I'm used to that too, actually.
You used to be pilloried?
Yeah, no, okay.
Okay,
no,
well, kinky. But like nobody here was being a villain out in the audience. They all agreed as one that they didn't like what was for sale on stage. I think that's healthy and fine, right?
It's healthy and fine to take part in a large group of people saying the same thing in unison, chanting it at people.
If everybody is in agreement, if people were going along with it, swept up in the commotion and the emotion of a mob, then that's not okay. But it wasn't. I think there were 15, 20 people in the audience going like, no, I don't like it. Like fucking move it along. I think.
Well, then we're not going to get anything ever done here.
But you can't mandate that this audience doesn't have the right to ever go. Fuck.
No,
that
you're
shit.
right. You're right. I can't mandate that. You're right. I can't say you don't have the right to boo.
There is things that you could do on the stage that could absolutely alienate and bum everybody out in this room. There's things that you could go too far and you could piss people off, and they have the freedom and the right to say that's fucking bullshit and let's throw shit at that guy. Like that's totally fair. And I think what happened, it was weird last week because all of a sudden, as one, everyone just like turned on you, Lizette, and it was a strange like dynamic that just went boom, and all of a sudden you were like persona non grata.
Like I said, I admit I said something that was a little, that it was not appropriate. I should have revised my speech and reflect my opinion in a way that was more diplomatic, obviously. And like I said, I never meant to offend anyone. But had I just been given 5 more seconds, I would have explained myself, and I would have been like, actually, what I meant to say was, and it would have been fine.
No, I don't. I don't think you would have. I think you would have upset them more. That's the thing. Like it's about the booing and the chanting and all that shit. That's all. I mean, I don't like this hero worship. This idea that we have to find the person that says the right things and we have to lift them up. Like it just.
Yeah, if it makes anyone feel better, I have never said the right thing ever in my life, and probably never will. So that only makes me human. But I hope you feel my pain.
Let's feel Lizette's pain. Thank you for coming up here.
Thank you.
Let's chant her off stage, everybody.